In a tense Texas courtroom, the air is thick with doubt and truth colliding. A man stands accused of murder, his past mistakes haunting every word he speaks. But today, he's not just fighting for freedom. He's fighting to be heard, one question at a
Was there a
time.
weapon used?
No, sir.
All right. And what store was that?
Crystals, I think, on Concord.
Here in Beaumont.
Yes, sir.
What were the circumstances surrounding that?
Objection relevance to this particular offense.
Judge, the witness's history for the last 10 years is in evidence. The state's going to use it to impeach him. I should have an opportunity to address the allegations.
Judge, this is tantamount to punishment offense. If he wants to recall or redirect his client after I open the door about those particular offenses he has all of, that's his prerogative.
I'm going to overrule the objection. One or two more max questions on this, and then let's get to what's relevant to this offense, please.
All right, so what do those allegations involve?
Mostly I went into a store I go to every morning, and I bought coffee. I buy coffee, big coffee there every morning. I put it on the counter, and then I went to go grab some Pampers for my sister's baby, and I got a call on the phone, and in the midst of not thinking, I grabbed it. She asked me something and was kind of rushing me out, so I grabbed the Pampers, put them here while I was talking, going to grab the coffee. Forgot that I had the Pampers I didn't pay for.
In the heart of the courtroom, a simple story unfolds. A man accused not of violence, but for getting Pampers in a moment of confusion. What began as a morning coffee run turned into years of judgment. Sometimes one forgotten act becomes a lifetime of defense.
Why did I even touch that woman? But I'm actually
All right,
trying to figure out.
go ahead, ask another question.
So on the night of September 13th, where were you that evening?
I was September 13th,
2024.
2024, on the night of September 13th. I want to say I was on McFadden Street.
Who were you with that evening?
I was with friends. I was with a friend's mom. I go visit every now and again.
Which friends?
Her name is Janice. Her son name is Daryl.
All right. And what time are you talking about you were there that evening?
It's the 13th right night.
Yes.
I'm not going to say. I mean, if I give a wild guess, I would say it's probably about 10:30, maybe 11.
Okay. And when you left there, where did you go?
Justin Berry came and got me because he told me it was almost my birthday, so he came and picked me up.
And where did the two of you go?
We went to his apartments.
And where's his apartment?
I want to say on Major. I want to say off of Major. Gladys, I'm not really sure.
Do you remember the name of the complex?
No, sir.
And how long were you with Justin?
I was with Justin Berry for about maybe an hour, maybe.
And so,
As the questions deepen, the courtroom air tightens. Where was he on the night of September 13th? With friends or somewhere darker? Every word he speaks becomes a thread, weaving truth, memory, and doubt into a single fragile moment.
where'd you go from there?
Mr. Coleman?
Thanks, Judge. Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Just have a few questions for you. I want to start by just asking you some housekeeping questions. You don't dispute that the murder occurred in Jefferson County, Texas at 2225 Ives Street, do you?
From what
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yes or no? Do you
You said do I
dispute?
dispute it? No, sir, I do not dispute it.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. You don't dispute that you are, in fact, the Romeo Randolph Johnson who's charged in the indictment in this case. You don't dispute that, do you?
My name is actually Romeo Randolph Rashard Johnson, but I mean, that's what.
Let me ask you one more time. Are you the same person that's charged in this indictment?
Romeo Randolph Rashard Johnson, yes, sir. That's
And you don't dispute that the murder occurred on September 14th of 2024?
I've been told I don't dispute this.
And you don't dispute that Ronald Barnes died from a gunshot wound from a firearm. You heard the testimony of Dr. Shue. You don't dispute his testimony, do you?
No, sir.
All right. Now that we've got those preliminary questions out of the way, let's talk about the Amigos video. You don't dispute that that was you on that video from the parking lot of the Amigos food store, do you?
No, sir.
All right. In fact, you looked like you were pretty worked up. Who were you angry with that evening or early morning hours?
Okay. A fella had
No,
that
question, Mr. Johnson. And
The lawyer's tone sharpens, each question like a blade. Yes or no? Echoes through the silence. He tries to answer, but the courtroom isn't a place for emotion. It's a battlefield of precision. One wrong word could decide a man's fate.
I'm asking you simply, who were you angry with?
A fella that thought that I was talking to his you would call it his merchandising company.
Okay, all right, thank you, Mr. Johnson. And you would agree with me that you were pretty animated, pretty worked up? Yes or no?
No, sir.
You weren't?
No, sir.
Okay, if that's your opinion, that's fine. What did you do with the gun that you were handed there at Amigos parking lot?
We gave it back to who the gun belonged to.
Okay.
The owner.
Okay. Did you give it back to him on the video? Can we see that if we replay the video?
Sir, you should be able to
No,
see.
yes or no, remember? It's gonna probably always be yes or no, or short answer
yes.
questions. If we replay the video, Mr. Johnson, will we be able to see you give that gun back?
I'm not sure, sir. If you look at it,
Okay,
do
you're not
they
sure?
have cameras at the angle?
Objection, not responsive.
Just answer the question very specifically.
All right, thank you, Mr. Johnson. I'll move on, sir. When did you give it back to that person?
He went got something for me, brought it back to me.
Objection, non-responsive. When
When
I
it came
ask,
back to the
excuse me,
car.
Mr. Johnson, I'm a kid. I won't talk over you if you don't talk over me. Okay.
Yes, sir. My heart out to tell him who it was. The young fella that took the man's wallet, I did not even know his name. He took off with it. I've never harmed the man. It was no weapon involved. And when on the 911 call, they asked him, "Sir, was it a weapon? Do you need EMTs?" He said no. Was it a weapon involved? Sir, was it a weapon involved?
Romeo Randolph Johnson, a name now heavy with accusation. He doesn't deny being the man on trial, but his eyes tell a story beyond the charges. Sometimes identity isn't just a name, it's the burden of being misunderstood.
Piled on top of you, and you would be essentially painted as a bad person who was dishonest, who committed criminal offense after criminal offense. Why then did you demand to take the stand and testify here today?
Well, the thing is, I've been praying this whole trial and just asking God to open y'all heart. I put my life in y'all hands, and so in order for me to do that, I don't want to sit over there and let Mr. Wilkerson, who's an awesome attorney, show that I am innocent. I wanted to come up here and tell y'all myself about what happened. I don't want to admit the truth. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to y'all first. You wouldn't even be here if I wouldn't have blundered on the interview, but I was sleep deprived, and I wanted to say, I wanted to tell y'all, I wanted to let you know, I wanted to speak to you. I didn't want you to hear from anybody else. I wanted to tell you the truth as it was, as I told the detectives. And I'm glad that my brother I didn't listen to my brother, because if I would have listened to him, they would have blamed me for kicking in his house the next day after his brother died, because his house got kicked in right after his brother died, and I was incarcerated then, and Lord knows they would have told me that it was me, since it seemed like every time something happened, it's me.
You said the house was kicked in. Are you referring back to Donald Barnes' testimony about the house being burgled because he wasn't there?
Yes, sir.
And a lot has been made about this changing clothes.
He stands, voice trembling but steady, not to escape judgment, but to seek truth. I put my life in your hands, he says. In that moment, the courtroom falls silent. This isn't just testimony. It's confession, faith, and desperation combined.
And so changing clothes that didn't have anything to do with trying to hide evidence or anything of that nature.
You know, sir, I left the clothes in the room as the camera could show, since they watching everything else on the flops. And I'm sorry. I left the clothes in the room, and I came out. Me and my brother came out. And guess who came out with me? My brother was waiting on me. I came out the room, and the clothes were still in the room. How they did not find the clothes, I do not understand. If they even looked for the clothes, it was
And obviously, there's surveillance video of that location, as evidenced by the fact that you appear on it, right?
yes, sir.
And so, if you had gone to destroy the clothes at some point, or burn them, or put them in a dumpster, that would be seen on that surveillance.
Yes, sir.
And so if somebody left that room with a bag of any kind with those clothes on their person, then that would also be able to be observed on surveillance footage, right?
Yes, sir.
No blood, no evidence, just questions and surveillance tapes. If he changed nothing, then what really happened that night? In this courtroom, truth isn't just seen, it's hunted. And sometimes it hides in plain sight.